Hi everyone! So today I'm going to be talking about how I plan to use the rest of my scrap yarn slash what my project ideas are for the rest of, I don't want to say like the year, but for the foreseeable future what I intend to make, because I don't know, maybe I'll get through all these in a couple months, maybe I'll be done by the end of the year, maybe it'll be past that, I don't know. And maybe I'll find another project idea that distracts me from finishing these all at the same time. But so I have like a pretty good idea of what's in my stash right now. Some of the stuff I'm planning on selling, like it's honestly stuff that I started buying probably like 4 or 3 years ago when I first started knitting, which is more of like the variegated indie dyed yarns that honestly I don't really use them. So it's kind of like a relief to start to try to get rid of them. But for the stuff that I do know that I have about like 2 sweater quantities worth of different solid color yarn that I would probably just like invent a cable pattern for, because that was like my intention with buying them in the first place. But everything else is mostly scrap yarn from previous projects that I am slowly trying to work my way through. So without further ado, I'm going to start with this first project. It's going to be like the only project besides one other. Wait, maybe there's 3 projects that I would actually have to go and buy yarn for, but this is the one that I would have to buy like all the yarn for it from scratch. I know that contradicts like everything that I just said, but sometimes you just can't do without buying more yarn. All right, so the first one is this Pomona sweater by a Norwegian designer. So actually this one is a really cute strawberry cardigan, and I'm kind of thinking that I want to make it more of a v-neck because it's more of a crew neck right now, and it uses the Rama yarn and the Finn wool. And I actually did try to buy that yarn when I was in Denmark, but they didn't have it at the store I went to, so I'm just gonna have to order that one online. So I'll just get the whatever the pattern recommends for it. Honestly, I like buying the yarn that the pattern recommends. I feel like it makes it a lot easier, and I don't know, I like discovering new yarns that way too. So that's another thing. So the second pattern that I would have to buy the yarn for is the Seashore skirt by Kutova Kika. So it looks like this if you haven't seen it already. It's a new pattern by her. And the thing is, I have so it's two strands of knitting for olive pure silk held together, and I already have one of the colorways, and because I'm making a long sleeve, the Star-Crossed Knits pattern for the Ophelia tank, but it's gonna be with the long sleeves. So I think I'll have enough to finish, like to not have to buy the first color, but I would have to buy, I think, about 3 balls of the second color in order to make this, because like I said, it's 2 held together. But I'm okay with that, you know. It's half the material, and it's a good way to use up that scrap yarn that I'm gonna have, because I think I really overbought the yarn for that. I don't know why, but it's a good idea on how to stash bust. Also, so my third project that is like a big project, I think these are my only big projects on my radar right now, is, I'm gonna insert a picture right here, but it's the Oregon Spring cardigan by Alice Starmore. So I made the Oregon Autumn color cardigans. I'm gonna also insert a picture here, and I have made probably like 6 or 7 patterns by Virtual Yarns, which is like their company, and they always give about I think like 15 to 20% more yarn than you actually need for the project, which is nice. But that does mean I'm left with a ton of leftover yarn that I don't really know what to do with. So in order to combat that, I was thinking of making the same sweater just in a different colorway. So I have enough for probably about like 70 or 80% of it, but I still need to buy certain colors that I never got from kits, or I just need to like restock on some of the colors. But in that way, and I also have the pattern, by the way, they won't sell the pattern to you unless you buy the full card kit, or like if you have a book, then you have to just like buy the yarn separately. But I'm thinking of just buying the individual skeins and just like having them shipped to me, because I already have the pattern and the rest of the yarn. So it's gonna be a relief once I get through a lot of those. I've honestly been kind of in my plushie era with knitting, because I feel like it's a pretty good way of using yarn. And who said that your projects have to be useful, okay? I am a total believer of knit what you want. and use your scrap yarn however you want. So I plan on making more of these little teddy bears. I've made 3 of them already, but for me, okay, this is not even my scrap yarn technically, it's my mom's that she took from my grandma. So I have quite a lot of this yarn actually, but I think I'm gonna make like maybe 2 more. And it's a good way to use the yarn and also a good way to use my ribbon. So actually, from packages that I've received or just like something that I bought, I always keep the ribbons that come with them because they're super cute. So I have like these little ribbons. By the way, I cut my finger with my knitting, so I have to put this band-aid so I can keep knitting. It's a little oh, this was actually my Korea haul. It's a Korean band-aid. That was like so irrelevant, but whatever. But yeah, I plan on making a couple more of these just to add to the family. I have them all like back there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but yeah. If I have other project plans for plushies, I'll let you know, perhaps. But there's also like for example, I don't know if I'm specifically gonna knit this one, but it's by the same designer as this one. It's a Korean pattern. But there's just like other ideas I want to try. Mostly free patterns, or I'll just like eyeball something. I feel like I have a pretty good idea of how to make them after using and consulting a couple free patterns. Maybe I'll make another Miffy, I'm not sure. I already made 2 of them with scrap yarn, which was a good use of it, but I still have more scrap yarn because I guess this is not much yardage. Honestly, this is not. So, but that's okay. Another thing along those lines that I want to make is a pouch. And I don't know if I specifically want to make this pouch I'm about to show you, which is the Zoo pouch by also another Korean knitwear designer, Sedna Yang. And there's a lot of pouch ideas. There's a lot of free pouch ideas as well. So I might just like combine techniques that I learned. Here's an onigiri one, which is really cute as well. This one is it free? Let's see. Yeah, it's free. Okay. It's by Fittipaldi. Oh wait, no, it's by Diani Nanda. I feel like I'm saying that really wrong. But yeah, there's a lot of free pattern ideas. So honestly, I kind of use the free patterns to like gain knowledge, if you know what I mean, and then create my own or replicate something similar to something I like. So yeah, I'll probably do that. It's a good way to like store small pieces of yarn or like a project bag. I also have fabric that I bought from Japan that I could use to line it with, which I think would be really, really cute. Because I got a lot of like strawberry themed yarns when I was there, which honestly kind of matches the strawberry theme of that sweater I was mentioning at the beginning of my video. But yeah, I want to use up some of that as well because I got them in like small little discount squares. So this would be a good idea. All right. I know a lot of people have been talking about the Rybka pouch. I'm gonna like pull up a photo right now, which means fish in Polish, I believe, because it's like similar sounding to what it means in Russian. So this is what it looks like. Okay. So a lot of people do this with scrap yarn. Probably doesn't take up that much scrap yarn. If you have a little tiny ball that you want to use up, then I would probably do something like that. I don't know, I think it's a really cute keychain idea, and you could customize it a lot of different ways. And I did recently buy a bunch of the safety eyes for stuffed animals, so I can use it up that way as well. And this one, it kind of doesn't matter what yarn you use, like if you use variegated, mohair, whatever, it just like kind of depends on personal preference. So it is a good way to use up yarns that you probably don't really have another plan for. So also could be a gift idea if you knit for other people. All right, let's see what else I have in my Ravelry. I'm not a big Ravelry user in the sense that I don't like track what I knit on here. I just use it for like picture inspiration, which I feel like I probably should record stuff because there's certain things that I do that I want to like remember if I replicate a pattern, which I do a lot. By the way, let me know, do you guys replicate patterns a lot? I feel like I repeat patterns all the time, and it makes me feel like I'm getting my money's worth if I pay for it too. So there's that. But the last thing that I have on this list is lace collars. So here's a free pattern, but it's actually like a vintage pattern. So let me open it up and show you. if I can. It kind of takes you to another website where it's a scanned PDF like this. So I'm kind of not sure how to read that, but there's also like a paid version of it you can use. And what I want to do is use my leftover Knitting for Olive Pure Silk to make this, because without a doubt, like, I'm gonna have leftover. So here's a paid one, but I think it comes with maybe like multiple different patterns you can try. But yeah, actually today what really frustrated me is for my Ophelia or what do you call it, like Ophelia tank, but a long sleeve, just like a Ophelia long sleeve, I guess. For the lace border around the neck and for the picot edges on the bottom and for part of the sleeve that I was knitting, I accidentally knit it in the wrong color. Okay, I don't know if it was like the wrong color or the wrong dye lot, but all the other balls I got from that store were the same dye lot, just like that one specifically. So I have to undo all that work. And it's like not that noticeable in the indoor lighting, but then I took it outside and I'm like, whoa, that is actually horrifying. Cause like imagine seeing bleach white against like kind of off-white. I feel like it looks not good. So I unraveled it, but I'm probably gonna do the collar with that bleach white because I only have one odd skein of that and I can't use it for that skirt either. I really can't do anything with it in combination with what I have already. And I also might make it in black as well, because I have a lot of the leftover in black, and maybe like honestly other fingering weight, what is this called for, like fingering, yeah, light fingering weight yarn, which I don't have a ton of, but maybe my mom might have some. This pattern is called the Shamrock Collar, by the way. And also, before making this video, like right before, I'm knitting up the sleeves right now for that top, and my interchangeable needle broke. Like, it just snapped. The cable part broke from the actual needle, and I'm like, oh my gosh, because it only came with one of those in that length. So now I don't know if I have to buy a whole kit again. Maybe I can just like Google that specific, because it's like a very specific size from a very specific kit. It's like the Chai-Gu Shorties. I will have to figure that out. That will be a project for probably after I film this video. But yeah, let me know what patterns you guys want to make, or if you guys have any other suggestions, scrap yarn ideas, gift ideas, and how your stash is coming along. Like, I know a lot of people have made these videos of stash busting. My stash isn't like crazy, I would say, especially since I'm like selling some stuff. I feel like that has calmed the energy surrounding it a bit, but definitely I do want to just like cut back and use what I have, be resourceful and save money that way, because knitting is, it can be an expensive hobby. So thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know what other videos you guys want to see, if it's like knitting related, outfit related. I made some shorts about my like some outfit ideas, so let me know if you want like a fashion related video, but I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.